Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. How the hell are you doing today? Well, you know what? Let's talk about something. One of the greatest types of games that I ever like to sink my teeth onto is anything that involves local couch co-op. There's just something real nostalgic for me about that. You know, having a friend come over, play a game with me, and we just have a blast. And even though it doesn't really happen as much as it used to growing up, because you know, real life, priorities, responsibilities, those once in a blue moon moments where I really have a friend come over, play a game with me, are a lot of fun. And one thing that I really like to do with the Nintendo Switch eShop, because there's so many games out there coming out, is look for these types of games. And Pitfall Planet is one that I've actually ran into recently and got to check it out. And today I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys my thoughts on Pitfall Planet and whether you should pick it up as one of your co-op games of choice. So guys, sit back, relax. If you're brand new to the channel, we like to have fun here. Go ahead and throw a subscription. It's free to do so. And grab yourself a snack and a drink and all that good jazz. Let's begin today's video. So Pitfall Planet, you play as a little couple of cute little robots who basically are stranded on a planet. They need to get out, and they basically traverse through a whole bunch of stages that are really puzzle based. There's a lot of obstacles, you know, pitfalls, jumps, enemies, all sorts of like time switches, things like that. The main objective is to grab all the gems in each stage and make the teleporter appear and get the hell out. And it sounds simple enough, you know, it has a real old school feel to it. I wouldn't say exactly Toe Jam and Earlish, because you're not looking for puzzle pieces and stuff that are scattered. You're just trying to clear the stage out of all these little like items and stuff that you have to get in order to escape. Some levels you're timed, some you're not. You know, there's a variety of different ways that these levels are laid out. Lots of little secrets and stuff. And you know, there's a fair amount of content here. It's very addictive. The levels don't feel boring and bland, and there's an interesting mechanic with how each characters are controlled. The ideal way that the developers want you to play this game is to have two separate people having a controller each. You know, a Joy-Con in one hand, a Joy-Con in the other. One guy does the red, one guy does the blue, and you guys can actually grapple. Each character has like a grapple beam. You have to get in the way of the beam to attract the guy, pull him in, and then you can throw him across pitfalls, throw him onto ledges, put him on switches, things like that in order to reach certain areas of the stage that you're not able to access. You can also play the game alone if you want to. I was playing some bits of this on the Pro controller. You can use the left analog stick to control one of them, the right analog stick control the other, and then the trigger buttons up top. The left one controls that robot, the right one controls the other robot to do like the grapple and things like that. So it is able to be played by yourself. However, I will say that definitely complicates a lot of things, especially on stages where enemies are running around, or for example, there's one level where lava comes up. Controlling both characters, honestly, I would just pick one up and hold it over me and just run through the stage and try to figure it out. The boss fights were a little difficult by yourself too, so ideally this game is a must-play for co-op. That's the most optimized way to check Pitfall Planet out. So this is almost, it's not a requirement, but it's suggested, heavily preferred to play it co-op. And the way that the characters kind of act, there is kind of a weird Wall-E type of personality in the way they do that. And I like when people can make robots funny, humorous. You know, the graphics, not really anything home to write about, but I do like when indie games could still capture that je ne sais quoi, that personality, that charisma, that feeling through, you know, story and stuff like that. There's like a little bit of plot points and details given as you progress. It's not a huge narrative-based game. The main selling point of this game is that it's co-op and that the levels have puzzles and elements and obstacles and stuff that really make you use your teamwork and your noggins together to progress. And it's a lot of fun. It's almost like a party game, in my opinion. And it actually would be a lot more fun if 4 people can play, but it's up to 2 players right now. So this is something that I actually would like to see improved upon. Maybe if they make a sequel eventually or anything like that. Because I personally had a lot of fun checking this game out. Let's go ahead. I'm going to share some gameplay with you guys, show you guys the basic gameplay mechanics, all that, kind of give like a little demonstration, and then we'll finish up with finishing thoughts. Alright guys, so this is Pitfall Planet. I've played about 25% of the game, and it actually is ideally for couch co-op. You know, one character controls the red one character controls the blue one, but you can actually play using both analog sticks if you have 2 Joy-Cons or if you have Pro controller. So you see the left one controls the red dude, the right one controls the blue dude, and there's a couple of abilities that you have. You're able to do like this grapple thing, where if you're in the zone, that red cone or the blue cone, if you're in the zone, or that character's in the zone or that item, you can pick them up and carry them. So I've been using that a little bit, and this is like the overworld of the game. You go to different areas where there's stages and stuff, and there's cool stuff that you can interact with. Like I'm driving around this fucking little this go-kart type of thing-mabobber, but you don't have to do that either. That's just something that is fun and interesting to add to the atmosphere, so to speak. So we are going to show you a couple of these stages, just so you guys can get a little taste of what it's about. I'll show you what some of these stages entail of, so to speak. So let's walk around and we'll go to the first world, which is the one that I completed earlier. So yeah, let's go. So this is the Outpost. That's what it's called. Just to show you a little example, this plays a lot like a puzzle game, kind of. So each area you try to acquire these gemstones. You see those glowing gemstones? You acquire them in order to leave the stage, and these enemies will attack you. That one for some reason stuck, but this is a stage that you actually do not need to have both guys actually move around. You can just wait, and then you can have the entrance that you saw just pop up. Only one of you needs to enter it, and then eventually the stage will let you go. So it does have a puzzle aspect. This is actually a lot more fun to play co-op, but I don't really ever have people to come over and play all the time. Would be cool if there was a little online multiplayer too, but there's not. If there was online multiplayer, I think that would be neat to be able to play this game with people. But some of the levels actually do get really, really hard, and a lot of times I just pick up if I play by myself, I pick up my extra guy, and I just carry him around until it's time for me to need him, which it's not that hard. This is a freebie stage right here, actually. This stage is a freebie stage. Once in a while you'll run into to items that you could read, and it'll give you like a little snippet of like the story and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say that the game is narrative based. You don't really have to pay attention to a story at all. I know you're basically trying to get fuel to make your ship. There's a big ship in the overworld. You're trying to get fuel to make it, I guess, start up again. So that, I guess, that's the main objective and things like that. Yeah, so I'll play one more little stage. Maybe this will be an interesting one, you know. Yeah, okay. So this one, the lava comes up. So you can imagine playing with somebody else. It'll be like, oh shit, and you're pressed for time. It's difficult enough to complete alone. I can imagine how the game would be completing this with somebody else. So, I don't like levels where there's like lava and shit coming up. Look, see, and it speeds up. You're gonna see I have to throw my dude over here. And of course, you just need one guy to enter. So It's okay if the other guy died. Oh wait, it didn't count. It counted us as dying, even though my guy entered the exit. So that's awk. Let's go, dude. Come with me if you want to leave. These are like bonus items. I think they just give you like bonus points, or you could trade me. Ah, see, I fucked up. I couldn't beat the stage anyway because I got rid of one of the items. But you get the general idea. Each stage, there's different objectives and stuff like that. There's even like boss fights and things. So it is a pretty neat game. I think it's definitely a really fun multiplayer game. So Pitfall Planet, puzzle adventure platforming type of game, if I was to describe it. Lots of fun, has a cute little charm to it. The co-op for this is fucking phenomenal. You know, there's a lot of freedom and where you can go, the variety of stages. There's a lot of content here to sink your teeth into. So I do think that this is a game that is definitely a hidden gem, dare I say, for the Nintendo Switch. It controls well. I mean, you're two players at the same time. I didn't notice any kind of laggable, lag or frame rate drops or anything like that. This is a very kind of simple game. And when games have a simple premise of working together, solving puzzles and things like that, you keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. It's a lot of fun. This is an example of an indie game done right. It doesn't try to copy things too much. It has a simple premise. The level designs are a lot of fun. They're neat. The characters are zany. And there's a little bit of charm to it, like I mentioned. So I personally fell in love with this game. I would give Pitfall Planet probably a good solid 8 as far as gameplay mechanics go, graphics, sound, everything like that. Definitely a lot of fun to play with somebody. So I am going to be sinking further into this. Probably get some of my buddies over to check the game out and maybe even consider live streaming it. Who knows, right? But yeah, I do think that it is a hidden gem, and it has its quirks about it. And I'm a sucker for local couch co-op, so that's why I am definitely recommending it. And guys, that's it. If you're new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription, comment down below if you think this game is something that's worth checking out. If you played it before, feel free to give me your thoughts as well too, and don't forget to like and dislike. I know you guys hate me, so let's see that. Let's get 1,000 dislikes on this. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot, as always, for watching. I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.